Happy New Year. When you're watching this, it's going to be 2021, and for me it is New Year's Eve, and I wanted to finally start my reading vlog for Jade City because I've been meaning to do it all week, and I've just been busy with day job stuff, work, and filming a bunch of end of the year videos. And right now I'm actually exporting my Power Sheets prep work video, and I'm waiting to get that exported, so then I'm gonna leave and get my car inspected. I have an appointment at 2 o'clock, so I thought while I'm waiting for this to export, and I already ate my lunch, and I did a half day today for work, that why not just sit and read a little bit and start this reading vlog, because I keep putting it off because I want to have the perfect intro, but there's no perfect time to start anything. So we're gonna start now. I'm just gonna read a little bit while I export my video, and then we're gonna head to the auto shop. I might do some reading there. I hope it doesn't take super long to get my car inspected, but you just never know with how things are. But there's a waiting room there, and I'll be waiting there and going to hopefully try and upload my Power Sheets video, and then probably do some reading there as well while I wait for that to upload because it's a long video. So yeah, welcome to another reading vlog. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more bookish content, reading vlogs, and all of that fun stuff. And let's start. Well, let's not start because I already started reading. I'm on chapter 8, and I have a lot of things to say already, but I'll wait until I actually, have time and better lighting and all of that stuff. But let's continue reading. I'm loving it so far, BTW. And yeah. It is many hours later. My car got inspected and everything is fine. I wasn't able to read a lot at the auto place while I was waiting, just because there was like TVs on and it was giving me like anxiety because there were so many people there, and there's like people that like pace around. You know when you like go to like waiting places and you just see all kinds of different people? My like introvertedness was just not. So I tried to read a little bit. So yeah, it's New Year's Eve and George and I are partying like it's not 1999. Also, sorry that the light keeps going on and off. It's like our kitchen light bulbs. I don't know. It just does that. Don't mind that. It is 10 o'clock. We have 2 hours until midnight. I am making some tea, as you can probably hear in the background. And I'm gonna chill in bed and read. George is actually taking a nap. We like ate so much food and he just needed to lie down. And I'm really tired too. I don't know if I'll make it to midnight. I probably will. But yeah, we're gonna make some tea, do some reading, and maybe watch the ball drop. We'll see. another day, another trip to the bookstore. Our friend invited us to go to the bookstore and we were like, why not? And I thought maybe something will catch my eye. What do you know? This book, The Lost Queen by Signia Pike, caught my eye. It takes place in 6th century Scotland and I just loved the entire summary. So it is now on my TBR. Yay! I also found another book that takes place in Scotland. If you don't know, I love Scotland. It's called The Game of Kings by Dorothy Dunnett. The summary wasn't as interesting to me. I don't know. Let me know if you've read it down below and if you think I should read it. At this point, I just saw that our friends were coming in through the door and was like, oh, I better stop vlogging. So I'm just going to let you see me browse some books and play some nice, easygoing jazz music. Well, hello friends, happy Monday. It is January 4th as I am filming, and this reading vlog is apparently turning into a multi-week vlog because it's taking me some time to read this book. I started the book on December 26th and the day after Christmas, and as of today, January 4th, it's been about a week and I am more than halfway done. So my initial goal was to read it in a week. That did not happen because the book is basically almost 500 pages, and I've learned that it's impossible, at least at this point, to read a 500-page book in a week unless I'm like dedicating a lot of time to it every day, because I would not consider myself a fast reader at all. Plus, this book, since it's fantasy and it's a different kind of book that I normally read, like, this is definitely challenging me, so I kicked off this new year with a challenging book. Of course, I love a good challenge. So I am on page 260, so since I last checked in, which I don't even know when that was, I've put a good dent in it. My goal yesterday, Sunday, was to at least get to page 250, so at least I could be halfway, get to the halfway point, and then my goal for this week is to finish by Thursday because I want to get this vlog up on Friday. So one of the great things about doing reading vlogs is that having video deadlines is helping me have more accountability to get my reading done, because if I didn't have a YouTube channel or didn't make videos or shared about my book and reading goals with the world, I probably would not be this far. And that's something that I appreciate and welcome into my life because I just need accountability when it comes to reading. So I created my own by creating a YouTube channel. So far, like I said, the book is kind of difficult for me to read. I think it's since the book is based around like military, there's like a military aspect to it. Those parts I'm finding myself having to like reread, or I'll read them and I'll like, my mind will go in a different direction and I'll think about like what I need to eat or my to-do list or just something else, and then I finish the paragraph and I'm like, I have no idea what I just read, so I have to go back and reread it. So I'm finding that to be a common theme when I'm reading through this book. There are definitely some parts that are more like storyline or about the character's background, or a single character's story. All right, I really wanted to fix the lighting. That looks a little bit better, not as washed out. As I was saying, so the parts that I do find a little bit easier to read are when they're less about military and more about the emotional or psychological issues or things going on with each of the individual characters. The other thing that I'm finding difficult, that is reminding me of when I read Game of Thrones, which I guess is a common fantasy theme. I don't know, I don't read fantasy. You can tell me that there's like so many different characters, so many different storylines, and that might just actually be a component of book series. Again, total noob at really fantasy and book series, but there's just so many different characters and they go into the author is going into all these different storylines, so it's hard for me to keep track of everyone. I really should be taking notes, but I'm not that in depth with this. I kind of just want to get through it, so maybe that's one thing I'll incorporate into my reading, at least my fantasy reading moving forward, is to like take notes. I actually am taking some notes on my phone, just of like different chapters and different like themes or talking points that I want to bring up in the future. So, but in terms of like in-depth character analysis, I am not taking notes on that. But yeah, so there are like so many different characters, and then I find myself, you know, somebody's name is mentioned, I'm like, who is that? What is their like character role? And then I have to kind of like read, so it's taking me a while. Like, thankfully the pages are short for me, which I like, but it does take me some time to like read and like digest and kind of like get, you know, just to get through it and be like, okay, I understand what's going on, now I need to move on. The action in the book is very good. I'm really enjoying that. There are definitely some characters that I am sympathizing with and identify with. There's this character named Andon, who is the cousin of the main No Peak family, and he's kind of an outcast. So I'm kind of identifying with the two characters that are more like outcasts. So Andon was brought into the family. He's technically an outsider. He's not blood related, and he's also mixed of what we would say in like today, what we would say outside of the fantasy realm as mixed race. So he's part Kekanese and part Espian. They're the foreigners, basically. They're called the foreigners, and the Kekanese are like the true blood people that can take on the jade powers. So he gets a bad rap from his family and the people at school, so he's training to become a green bone, and he just is pretty much an outsider, and he is also identifies as queer. So when I found that, when I got to that page, I was like, oh, that's really interesting that the author is incorporating all these different themes of being mixed and queer, and how that kind of affects him, as well as being basically an outsider to his family and his schoolmates and just like society in general. So I really identify with him being an outsider, basically. And then there's another character, Shay, who is the sister of the main family, who decided to kind of get away from the green bone and jade life and moved overseas to Espina, which is basically the foreign land, and started kind of a new life. She married a foreigner, and now she's returned back to Kekon to kind of, she wants to be closer to her family, but she still doesn't want to be part of the clan like business and wear jade and all of that. So her story really focuses around how she left to get away from jade and the family and the clan business, returned, and now it's really centered on how she's adjusting to being back with her family, and if she can really escape, you know, the life, or if she really can find a balance between her family and staying out of the jade business while still physically living in Kekon. So I find Shay's character interesting, one, because she's a girl, so it's a very male dominated character base, and she's also kind of left. I really identify with somebody that just like wanted to leave my hometown and get away and kind of explore life and figure out things on my own and not really stay with my family. So yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at with the reading update, how I'm absorbing, and the characters that I'm initially drawn to. I think it'll be interesting as I read on the series to see, like, as things develop and change, how my opinions of characters, you know, stay the same or change over time. There's like a lot of different characters that all have very different characteristics that really make a nice blend into the story. Right now I'm on my lunch break. Actually, I have, I think, like 15 minutes left until I need to go back to work. I'm working from home today, so I'm going to read for the next 15 minutes before I need to go back to work. Tomorrow I am going into the office for the first time this year. I'll probably catch some footage of me reading on my lunch break tomorrow, and yeah, so my goals in terms of finishing the book are doing big chunks of reading now through Thursday. So today's goal is to read 50 pages. Tomorrow's goal is 50 pages or more, so that should get me through the next 4 days to get me to finish the book. So I don't know, I'll probably be able to read a chapter or two. Now that I'm looking, I'm on chapter 31, I might only be able to get this one chapter done, so that would take me to page 275, and then I'll probably do a big chunk of reading tonight before I go to bed. Let's go read and carry on with our day. So it is officially Thursday and this vlog is officially too long. We gotta wrap it up, which also means that I need to wrap up my book. But look, I've made so much progress. I'm officially on page 391, chapter 46, and I have a little over 100 pages left, which means this is the final stretch, everyone. I'm finally going to finish this today. It's my goal, and I'm taking like a half day from work because I actually got my period today, and since I am really intentional with syncing my menstrual cycle and my period with my life, I knew it was coming and I planned everything around, and since I have such a flexible schedule, which I'm so grateful for, I've been able to just honor my energy this afternoon, and I'm just going to sit and read. Yeah, because there's a lot of things on my mind besides being in like mental like fatigue pain and like period pain. I'm just like exhausted with our country, with America, with everything that's happening right now. When this goes live, it'll still be very fresh of what is happening, what happened at the Capitol, and I didn't want to turn this vlog into something not positive, but I also just wanted to share, you know, what's going on in my head right now. And I think the only way I can really just continue and get through the day is by escaping into a book. So reading just really helps when I don't know, when I'm just lost for words. So yeah, I think this afternoon I'm going to make some chai tea because that's just like my afternoon like routine when I'm at home, and do some reading, try and knock out a good chunk of this book, the rest of this book. So my goal is to finish reading it today and then get this video up tomorrow. Oh yeah, and I like completely forgot. Since the last time I checked in about sharing my thoughts of the book, like it dramatically like picked up from there. Like at that point, you know, there was like a culmination. It was really just learning about the different characters and their backstory, and there was definitely action going on, but like nothing as dramatic as like the chapters that I read literally right after I stopped talking. So it's like, it's intense, and I have a thing where I get attached to characters and I'm kind of sad, but I'm also like tense and uncertain and scared of what's gonna happen next because I don't want all of my favorite characters to die. So I guess, does that mean do I have favorite characters? Or at least there are certain characters whom I have empathy towards, and seeing them die. Also, I don't know if that's a spoiler. I don't think it's a spoiler. If you're reading this kind of book, you probably expect death, right? Sorry if that's a spoiler. All right, tea, read. finished! Yay! Yay, I'm so excited that I finished this, and I really like the ending. I was kind of scared. I always get scared with, you know, when there are really intense stories, whether it's in a book or in a show, that it's just going to be a really sad ending, and I just didn't know what to expect with this, and let's just say I enjoyed the ending, and we'll just leave it at that. But I'm so excited that I finished this book. I'm really excited to read Jade War, the second book in the series, but I'm still waiting for it. I ordered it from my local bookstore and it's been on back order for weeks, and I'm just gonna have to wait. But it might be good for me to kind of wait, take a break, and read a different book since I have so many other books to choose from. So not only am I excited that I finished Jade City, I am excited to start a new book for January and take you along with me for that as well. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more reading vlogs and more bookish videos of that sort. I did start reading the preview for Jade War because they put, like, I think the first chapter in there, and it like really abruptly picks up from where I left off, and I'm like, oh, okay, like you already sucked me in. I need to start reading the second book, so hopefully I can get my hands on that ASAP and start reading that very, very soon. But that is pretty much it for this video. I don't feel like I need to talk that much more about the book. I've shared a lot of my opinions already and I stand by all of them, and I obviously don't want to go into more details because I don't want to spoil anything, but I definitely recommend this book if you want a good fantasy series that is different and has martial arts and Asian history and very interesting, diverse set of characters that have their own little like backstories. And yeah, I give this a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Make sure to go follow me on Goodreads if you are not already. That concludes this video. Yay for Sheila finishing my first book of 2021. Go me. Alright friends, so I'm gonna end this video here. I'm gonna edit it and get it up so you can watch it, and I can't wait to have you join me in the next reading vlog, next video, whatever comes out, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.